What's going on, guys? It's DJ Stacey alongside Brandon Verastro, and we're back with another video. This time, we're going to be talking finally about Gucci Mane's new album, Mr. Davis, which hit stores October 13th. So let's get right into it. What are your initial thoughts on the album?
So ever since he got out of jail, I've been a pretty big fan of Gucci Mane. The albums, Everybody Looking, The Return of East Atlanta Santa, Drop Top Wop, Woptober. Oh, geez. I'm not even a Gucci Mane fan now. But anyway, those albums / mixtapes were really good. I really liked those. Coming to this album, I was really expecting a whole lot from him. There's 17 tracks, so I was kind of iffy about that. And honestly, this is probably his worst work I've heard in a while since he's been out of jail. I think, there are a lot of filler tracks on here. 17 tracks for Gucci Mane. That's probably the biggest issue for me. That is a lot of tracks for a Gucci Mane album for me. When he did the 10 tracks with Drop Top Wop, that was like the perfect formula for me. I mean, also because Metro Boomin was the producer of it, and
Shout out producers, man. They don't get enough credit.
Never.
But anyway,
I think that 10 tracks was like perfect for him. And I think that 17 is just too much. I just feel like the way he raps, his flow and delivery is just so slow and like a little monotone for me. So when he like raps for 17 tracks, it feels, instead of an hour, it's like 3 hours. Mm-hmm. And that's really long.
What a great weekend. You release an album the 13th, and then 4 days later, you get married to the love of your life. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't.
What a great weekend. And, I thought, I agree with you. I thought 17 songs was a lot. I thought some songs could have and should have been left off. But, overall, I didn't think it was a bad album.
I don't think it was awful. It's his worst work. When I say worst work, it's not like it's trash. Like, this album isn't garbage. I just feel like out of the music he's put out recently, since he's been out of jail, this is probably his weakest.
This is the fifth. Imagine that. He gets released out of jail May 26th, 2016, and then not even like a year and a half later, he's got 5 albums and mixtapes out.
It's ridiculous.
It's great.
He's killing it. Which me personally, I kind of don't like that approach, but I mean, he's been killing it thus far up until this album. So like, I was like, all right. I mean, he's putting in work. He really is. But this album was just kind of.
I thought.
Iffy for me.
I thought he had a good flow. His flow isn't bad. You can't, assume that his flow is bad. Except it's slow.
It's just like he's just rapping real slow on it.
And it's a lot when it's 17 songs. But it's a good flow, but not for a 17-song album.
No, definitely not.
I enjoyed a lot of songs on there. His single with the Migos, "I Get the Bag."
Shout out to Takeoff, man. He killed it.
He did. Absolutely.
Doesn't get enough credit.
He was not left off Bad and Bougie.
No, he was
Does
not.
it look like he was left off Bad and Bougie?
No.
Do it look like I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What'd you say?
Do it look like I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
The intro was very good. I Get the Bag was good. His song with The Weeknd I liked. I particularly enjoyed. I thought it was nice to see him switch it up. Put a guy who sings a lot like The Weeknd on there. I thought it was different. It was different, and I think it paid off for him, really. And also, The Weeknd has such a big fan base. So when you put a person like The Weeknd on your album, you're gonna get people listening to it. And what are other songs? Members Only. I thought that was good. The music video is pretty cool for that too.
2 more things I want to talk about. The features on here were not as good as I was hoping. The track with Big Sean was awful to me. The flow on there was god awful. Big Sean was not rapping with the beat, and it was just making me feel uncomfortable and getting me angry when I was listening to it. Like, I was just like come on, like I expect more from Big Sean. Same thing with Schoolboy Q. Like, Schoolboy Q really disappointed me on this. Like,
that's your guy.
That is my guy. I love Schoolboy Q, and he came out with a really. It might have been the worst verse I ever heard from him.
Weak sauce.
Straight weak sauce. He's got to come out better than that.
Also, I think Make Love should have been left off because it was just released so long ago. It was for the most part, I would say it was like a decent, pretty good song. decent is not as, I wouldn't say decent. It was better than decent. It was a good song. I like it.
Right.
I like the beat on it, and the hook was good with Gucci.
We just get to that other rapper that's on it. And
Okay,
kills me.
he's got problems with Nicki Minaj.
She
Nicki
stinks.
No, she doesn't.
She's
I didn't like the verse on it, but Nicki, I Still Love You. It's a great song. Just better verse next time. It's fine. You're so great.
Your work, that was awful. That was awful, and you haven't put out anything good since Monster on Kanye, which was 7 years ago.
Nicki, keep doing your thing.
Maybe more than 7 years.
Keep doing your thing, Nicki. Every rapper has a bad verse now and then. It's fine.
For 7 years?
It's fine. No, not for 7 years. It's fine.
She sucks. Some of Gucci Mane's lyrics were very, eye rolling to me. Like the one, I ain't going back and forth. This ain't ping pong.
That's so clever.
What?
Ping pong. You go back and forth like a ping pong.
That's
He's
trash.
not going back and forth like ping pong.
That's trash. That's so bad.
It's clever.
And here's a thing that really angers me, and I don't know why. My sex game is so aggressive. I'm just trying to splatter you. Your booty's enormous, and my dick's enormous too. Gucci, I don't. And this is to every rapper. I don't want to hear about your dick. I don't care. Stop rapping about your sex life. Or how you have sex with women. I don't give a shit. Stop. I don't give a fuck. I hate it.
Oh my
I hate
God.
that so much. I hate it. I got the kind of wood that would make a woman lose her mind. No. Stop it. Stop it. I can't. I can't listen to that. When I'm just listening to it and I hear that lyric, I just want to throw my phone out a window. That was horrid.
Okay.
Stop.
From there, I see your point, but the ping pong line was so
Get out of here.
clever.
Get out of here.
That's Gucci at his best. Clever lines. We're not going back and forth like ping pong. Before we get into our ratings for the album, I just want to say that he did very well first week numbers wise, selling. The 4 previous mixtapes or albums couldn't really get past 30,000 first week, 35,000. They hovered around there, which isn't awful considering he just got out of jail and whatnot. So it wasn't awful, but his popularity's slowly been increasing over time. And I thought this was the one where he gets into 6-digit first week numbers. I thought he was going to hit 100,000. He didn't. He hit 70,000, which is still very good.
That's a very good number.
He's on the rise.
Yeah.
He's on the rise. So maybe his next project, with good promotion and a good single on there, he gets to that 100,000, which I thought he was going to get to this time. But still, nonetheless, 70,000 is great. What was your rating on the album?
Overall, I gave this a 5. Like I said, it wasn't an awful album, but to me, I was just expecting more. The features were not as good as I was hoping they would be. 17 tracks, that kind of kills it for me. You have Nicki Minaj on here, that's always a minus.
I love
and
Nicki. It's
some
fun.
of the lyrics on here were just, like I mentioned, were just eye-rolling. But like I said, there's a lot of solid tracks on here where he talks a lot about his wife and talking about his past with drug dealing and gang banging and how he's out of it now and how he hopes that his friends one day get out of jail and join the life that he's living and there's some awesome things he was talking about in here. I just personally, there's just a lot of tracks in here that just I could have not listened to, I probably won't listen to again.
Right.
But there are some tracks on here that I will go back to, just not my favorite. And I'm always going to look forward to a Gucci Mane album.
Of course.
But this one just didn't do it for me, that's all.
I had this at a 6.2. I thought 17 songs was a lot. I think there was about 5 or 6 songs that probably could have been left off. And again, the ping pong line was clever, so that's you get bonus points for that.
It wasn't.
That's
Bro, stop.
That's the point too there. That ping pong line.
We both rated it lower than Pitchfork. They gave it a 7.4. They gave it a 7.4. That's really high, and I just
Well, you know what? Good for Pitchfork.
yeah.
It was a good album.
You're wrong. I mean, you're wrong.
No, well,
I'm kidding. I don't care. Whatever.
I mean, it wasn't a bad album. I thought it was good. I think our expectations were so high that when it underperforms, it feels, like it was bad, but it wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't awful. I wouldn't say it was good.
I'm saying it's good.
It's decent at best for me. But, like I said, I just heard previous projects where he just killed it.
Right.
I think you need to go back to that formula of 10 to 12 tracks. You'll be good. 17, entirely too much. Some rappers can pull that off. Gucci Mane, for me, just doesn't do it. But there are some tracks in here I got out of here, so still gave you a 5. It's not awful. It's just average.
I thought it was good. 6.2. 0.2 because of the ping pong line. Now I might play ping pong after this.
I'm about to give it a 4.8 because of that ping pong line. You gotta stop. Stop.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And also be sure to comment below your thoughts on the album. And be sure to follow us on Twitter. I'm at DJ Steisty. You're at Verastro_10. And keep up with
Follow
us.
me.
Yes, follow both of us for all updates on our channel and future videos and their dates. We'll have all of that. And we'll see you next time.
That ping pong line's bad, bro.
It's an amazing line. Ping pong